Hello, everyone. This is Jamie from the Red Bank Public Library, and Felice Cinco de Mayo. I'm excited. Um, so since like one of our power plays actually fell on a holiday, I decided to make sure our project had something to do with it. So we're gonna make little candy pinatas today, and it's actually made out of toilet paper rolls. Like, and there's actually a little opening where you could put your little candy in and close up. So it's really nice and easy, like where you could just like store the candy in and close, and then you can retrieve it later. Yeah. So for those of you that might not know, the Cinco de Mayo is the anniversary of the Battle of Puebla in 1862, where the Mexican army defeated the French army. And this was a huge deal because the Mexican army actually didn't, they were under equipped. They didn't really have like the best weapons or anything, but that didn't matter. They somehow they made it through, and this battle made made them realize that anything was possible. They could really accomplish anything. So and now this day is to celebrate Mexican culture. So people usually mistaken it for Independence Day, but that's actually in September. Okay, so I'll show you how to make one of these. Nice little cute little thing. So you'll need toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, whatever works. You can always cut it down to size. All right, scissors, marker, tape or glue. I'm going to use tape because I just don't want to have glue all over my room. And tissue paper. Of course, I could only find like red and green in my home. Well, and yellow. I think I'm going to mostly use this because it's more of a spring color. But okay, so before we do anything, we have to build the little skeleton of the thing. But oh, before that, let me just show you. I've done this project in the past, and people made some really amazing ones. So I don't know if you could see it that well, but I just wanted to share with you what I've seen other people done. They've done really amazing work. They were so creative. Like this one, they made like the hair curly. Yeah, and like the colors in this one are just so pretty. And it was such a nice project. Like families were working together to make this. And I wish it. I think a lot of people have made more, but I only had so much toilet paper rolls. I actually ran out, and I was starting to roll paper. So actually, if you don't have toilet paper rolls available at the time right now, you can actually. Well, I would use cardstock if possible, but you could make your own by rolling up paper. But first, we're gonna have to build like the little skeleton before we even decorate. So the body, from what I see, usually this is a good size, like the regular. So we'll do that, and we have like two halves of the paper towel roll acting as the legs. So we'll do that. All right, there we are. Yeah, if you have any questions at all, just write them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And you gotta try and make sure that they're even. You see right here, right now, that's not perfectly even, so try and make sure that they both match. And there we are, because we don't want our pinata to be lopsided. And I think you're seeing right here that there's the start of the body right there. And I actually use tape to make it stick. And I'll kind of stick it on all sides. So far I did right in here, over here, and right over there. Yeah, it's okay if the tape is shown because this is just going to be covered up. Turn to the other side. Yeah, one thing I'm going to do differently this time, I'm going to make sure that the nose is a little shorter because this one's got like a big nose. And I really liked when I saw some of the people doing like the little smaller nose. Like, not that this one doesn't look pretty, but okay. Stick. All right, perfect. I'm just gonna do this again over here. Because, you know, sometimes the tape fights you a little bit. Okay. There we are. All right, and now for the head. Like you see, it's kind of just slightly bigger than the legs. So kind of go like about here. So a little more than halfway. And then we put the head over here. Actually, what's this bigger half? I wonder if I should do it a little taller. I might actually do that. Because I feel like we need like a little more room for the nose. Yeah, that looks good. Hi, Sierra. How you doing? Now this, I'm gonna need tape here. And before I actually made like a little V here to make the ears, but I found that with everybody's last time, it just kept on getting covered anyway, so we might as well just leave it. Because as soon as you put like all the fluff on, you know, it just disappears. Okay, perfect. Now the nose. That one's pretty big. I'm just gonna cut it in half because I want my nose to be a little smaller this time. Yeah, you know what? In a sense, I feel like this could be the mommy and this is gonna be like the little baby Piñata. And let me know if I'm going too fast. And I'm looking to add like more like Spanish stories to my collection. Like I have like a whole children's book collection. But I just realized when I was trying to pick out a story for today. Like I just didn't have like too many like Spanish stories and like children's books, and I feel like I really need to have that. So if you have any recommendations, I would really appreciate that. Because all I have right now is like a graphic novel by Raina Telgemeier called Ghosts, and gorgeous story, gorgeous illustrations. It's actually takes place with the Day of the Dead, and I just love the characters in the story. So if I think I've seen it on available on our ebooks. So if you haven't checked this out yet, definitely do so. Okay, so got the little snout, the head, little body. legs. And now, this was the tricky part. So we're going to be making like a little lid. So if you see over here, we have sort of like this little piece here that goes like this. So you could put the candy in. And I actually made that out of toilet paper roll, but kind of flattened. So I'm actually going to take a toilet paper roll and I'm going to trace a circle using like a pencil or a pen. I'll use this marker right now. And I'll show you what I did every step of the way. Because so like that. And it might be a little lopsided, that circle, but we can always like cut it in a way that will make it a bit straighter. Oops. Okay. So still have that circle piece. Cut around the circle. Okay, so a piece like that. And we're gonna add like a little rectangle piece right here. We're gonna cut out a little rectangle because that's where the tail is gonna go, so that you can pull the tail and then the lid will come off. So like this. Then we're gonna cut. And right. So to make it like sort of a little bit of a moving piece here, we have to have tape on one side and going into the inside right here. And it goes up. And we also have to have tape going right over here. So that it will be nice and flexible. Now, like if it's a little bigger than like the little hole there, you could just trim it just a little bit. Because you kind of want it to kind of fit in, but you don't want it to be too loose either. You don't want it to be too small, so it's always good to just trim it a little. And then that looks good right there, like it'll fit. And now for the fun part, which is giving it all its little fur. Now, I think for the main body, I am going to use yellow. And the trick that I've learned doing this is to start at the bottom and then just work your way up, because that's better to do with the layers. So, okay, I think this is definitely going to be the main body, but I think that the feet, I'm actually going to make green. So I'm making it almost like daffodil colors. So I'll show you how to make the fringe. So you fold it over like this. So you have in like 2 layers here. So cut there for a second. And you can start out smaller if you'd like. Actually, it might be a good idea to actually do that so we can have a little more layers. So maybe a strip like this. And you put it over, and then this is called a fringe, that they call this cut. This. And you see it's nice. It moves around. Okay. So then the legs are actually the hardest part because you have to get through that little gap right there. And again, you can use glue or you can use tape, whatever's available to you or whatever's more convenient. So tape it around like that. Put a little tape there, and I want to make sure there's a little tape on the other side so it's well supported. Just a little bit of tape. Nice. And I think that was like a good size for that, so I'm gonna do that size again. Yeah, and it's okay, like you could do like various sizes. You could do it even smaller or bigger, whatever fits. Like there's no wrong way of doing this. All right. Now I'm gonna show you how these make really nice layers. Like this will cover up like the tape that's over here. And it's kind of a little bit of a common activity. Here we are. A little wrap around. And give it a little tape. Here we are. Now I'm thinking about maybe adding another layer, but it's gotta be really tiny. So I think that would be smaller, so that's nice. Do a little fringe like this. Yeah, so the last few days have been extremely nice. So has anybody done anything really fun outside? Like, I actually was sitting down on the drive with my dog and we're just relaxing. It was just so nice out and we just, spent time together. All right. And a little tape here, make sure the front is supported. Good. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same over here. So making like a sort of a little small one, it gives it more layers. Yeah, and it's totally okay if you don't have tissue paper. You can use regular paper too. Like try experiments with it and see what happens. Okay. That might actually be a bit big, believe it or not. So when that happens, I just cut the ends of this like this, make a nice confetti on my floor. But you know what? Sometimes arts and crafts, it's best when it's messy. All right. So get that leg through. Yeah, I was also toying with the idea of like maybe another time, like making a llama of this. Like I could make like a long neck with the toilet paper roll. That could be like a llama. That might be fun too. Though you can make anything out of this. Like you can make a unicorn. Piñatas can't come in all different shapes and sizes. There's some of them that are like stars. And I've seen some for like birthday parties and stuff that are shaped like different characters. Go in. Yeah. See, I hope I have enough. I might have came a little short with this one. And if that happens, just add like another piece, like a smaller piece, to just cover up that spot. So fold a small piece, make the same little cuts, and then stick it in the spot where you need. Actually, but this one going to, I'm gonna do like that little circle square thing with the paper, roll it up, put it on the back, stick like that. Just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with the yellow for the body. There you go. Again, I'm gonna try to make it sort of on the smaller side. Actually, if you fold it like this, you just only have to do like a little amount of cutting because you're doubling up. And then open it up. So some tricks. So we've got to cover up the front right here. See little juniors coming to life. Oh, this is so pretty. I actually like the yellow with the green. Makes it look like a flower. And it's better to go smaller sometimes because you can always add more. So this one I'm gonna actually cut a little shorter so it fits in this little spot here. It is a craft that takes a while, but it's so worth it when it's done. And let's just say you felt like something was a little too long, you can always give it a little haircut. We might not be able to get haircuts right now, but our llamas can. Well, not that this is a llama, this is a donkey, actually. Oh, donkey. And for the eyes, let's just say you somehow got farther than I have. Um, we used the stickers at the Red Bank Public Library, but you can make it out of like you could draw like on paper. That's why I actually said to have a marker. So you could do your own little eye, cut it out, and paste it right over on there. I'm actually still trying to think of what type of eye to do. I guess a little closer to the mother's. Yeah, maybe this could be like a little surprise for your mom. Like if that's something you think she would like. Or just have it something to be really nice in your family. And you can make like a whole bunch of these. That's the fun part of this. A whole bunch of these. It's looking good. Yeah, and there might be certain areas where it gets a little difficult. Like on the top. Right here it might get a little hard like to get into some of those places. But in those cases you can work with even smaller pieces, and that usually helps you get around like some circular pieces. Like right over here, like the neck. That's gonna be a little difficult. Yeah, so if you found a way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo today, what did you and your family do? Because I'd really like to know. All right. And see, this is what you would do with the head right over here. I want to at least get one side done so you would be able to see. Making tacos right now? Oh, nice. Oh, that's delicious. Yeah, with this piñata, like really it's made to like try to keep, but if you really want to hit the piñata, you can use it for that too. Yeah, but I always felt a little sad for the piñata, especially if it looks like an animal. Like I always felt a little bad, like hitting it at all. Or I'm actually wondering if I should just make it like really furry and like it's covering its eyes. Because actually like one of those designs that I showed you before, they did it like that, and I actually really like that. They actually decided not to put eyes in, and they just made it really hairy. It looks really adorable. Oh yeah, actually right here, we should actually cover that first before doing anything around there. And you can fringe this too, this part. And it's best to go over this. I think this was the part I had the most trouble with last time. Was trying to make it sort of go down a little bit. I wonder if it would just be best just to... Yeah, actually, from what I was looking over here, I did tape it up pretty good. Like I had to tape all around. Let's see what else we could do. Well, probably as I put stuff on, it'll start to kind of go down a little bit. Yeah, see, because I have to do like a whole little here, a little there. Yeah, it's kind of all about experimentation, trying to see what works. You put some of this hair up so that some of that stays on. Oops. I hate when the tape like sort of retracts a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the part, like you kind of have to use a lot more smaller pieces, definitely, because you have like sort of odd shape to go around. So I'll definitely do this part here, like, because that's what I want you guys to see. And also I just want to trim a little bit of that, because I want to sort of shape the nose a little bit. And there's my dog again. He's kind of in an upset mood since you saw the neighborhood cat. You know, because apparently cats can't be in our yard for some reason. I still don't know why that, like, cats and dogs, like, are always kind of after each other. I really don't get why they're so against each other. Okay. Nice little nose piece here. And it's okay to use a lot of tape because, as you can see, it sort of disappears into it. Well, I mean, if you use glue, I definitely suggest having paper towel, a wet paper towel by you, just to like kind of wipe your fingers, because that's definitely going to get a bit sticky as you go along, and that will help a lot. Okay, I'll wrap this around the head. This will be so many layers. I want to do that like a little shorter. Oh, hello there, Madre. Oh, there's a little spot here, so definitely put a piece right under here. So I'm gonna lift up those little pieces. We'll put the tape on, then lift up those little pieces. Stick it right in. And I think that's a little long right there, so snip. Yeah, that's a cool thing about this too. You kind of give it a little haircut. Yeah, if there's a spot that really isn't sticking, you can use one of these rolls here. Go in and just kind of stick it where you need it to be. Yeah, and definitely when you're done with these, I would love to see them. Well, the whole staff would love to see them. Like, you can send it like private message, like Red Bank Public Library, and like we could show everyone your work. Okay, that's good. Yeah, because definitely I want, as you could see, like there's so many different ways that people could do this. Like when I showed you like all the work that people did, like this was definitely one of our like most popular projects because it's so much fun. Okay, gotta do his little ears up here. Yeah, and you don't have to do this, but you could add like a little hair to it. But I think it makes it look a lot more like festive, you know. So I will be on hair, probably the green to kind of bring back the color in there. Of course, the colors don't have to match. Like you can always. And something else you could do. You can actually lightly like draw on here, like or use like marker or something, and make different colors. Make it a lot more fun. Actually, I used to do that with like tissue paper, like with my friends and such. Like when I was giving them gifts, I would actually draw on the tissue paper, and I draw like our favorite characters, and actually our own characters. We used to do our own comics, and I was in 4th grade. Actually, I'm gonna get this spot right over here, because it definitely needs it. Yeah, another comic we used to do, it was of my friends and I, and we would like go on, we got sucked into a Game Boy because at the time the Game Boy was like, you know, as popular as the Switch is now. We got sucked into a video game, and then we met like these little creatures, and you know, like we became friends with the creatures, and you know, you fight evildoers with them and such. Make it so nice. Definitely need some under there. I mean, that's not the most important part, but it's gonna drive me crazy, my dog. But I really want to get to the parts that you guys really want to see, need to see. So, alright, first, yeah, now we're going really tiny here for like the part like with the lid right here, the little butt. Okay. Here. And again, very small piece, very small pieces. Yeah, like when you're not sure how to do spot, definitely go smaller. Because it's a little harder to cut back if it's too big. Well, it's okay to be long though. You could cut it off if it's long. And I'll bring this up close to the camera so you can see. And before I put more yellow, I'm going to put a little bit of the green, like the little tail here. So for this part, let me see if I can remember how I did this part. It's pretty much, I kind of rolled it. Like I kept the ends like that, but then I rolled one of the ends. So sort of like this. So this one end that's just gonna be like really thin. And then the other end, this is where you cut like a little fringe. And right over here, let me see. Just want to make sure you can see it. Go in, fold it over, and you put a piece of tape right in there. Give it another piece, and should just fit right there. And then give it a little test. Make sure pull it. Make sure it's on good. And then you could continue putting like a little more yellow, a little more of the color there. The little tiny pieces, I accidentally cut that. Usually that's good for this side. Hold it like that. And like that. Okay, Junior, coming out really nice. See, there it is like that, and we try that out. There we are. So this is a good place right here. Transfer on. Oops, push the button a little too far. There. Now I'm just gonna give him a little hair for the top. And I kind of did something similar to the tail, like where it kind of like this, and then fringe. And gotta be careful not to accidentally cut your fingers. Be very careful. And put the piece like that. So it's almost like you're doing like a little bouquet of like a little tissue paper hair. The end. Twist like this. And however long you want the hair. Looking pretty good. I think I do actually want to have an eye. Like as cute as it would also be to have like the hairy look. Spin, spin, spin. Put in here. Oops, forgot to put the fringe. And you just go around until it fills up all the spots. Yeah, this is really cool. I like it how it's like sort of like hanging over his eyes a little bit. A little fun though. And you could as may be as detailed as you'd want. Like, or you could just put a little or a lot. You could even make the pieces even smaller, like, and do something extremely detailed. And to alternate colors and such. Okay, put that right there. I think that's probably good. All right, now I'm gonna make his little eye. So, definitely a circle. His eye's gonna be a little bigger than his mom's. Oops. You ever like try color through the paper, and then you accidentally go through it? Try up here. Yeah, I tried to make it look a little similar to his mom. A little similar looking eye. Actually, I'm gonna have to make another one of those. Build up. I always forget there's two sides to work on. So before I even put that one up, it's good to have the other eye right next to you so you can. Okay, but I'll stick in the eye on. Make a really small piece of tape, put it behind. And I'm actually going to stick his little eye right here. And the same on the other side. And then right here. And there we are. Yeah, I just might have to cover up some spots to go back. But yeah, this is great though. And there he is with his mom. Okay, so before we end today's video, I'd like to read you guys a story. And this is one that my sister introduced to me today, and I really love it. It's called Faraway Fox. And it's written by Jolene Thompson and illustrated by Justin K. Thompson. Faraway Fox. This was the forest where I lived with my family. We used to race through the undergrowth and rest under the great shade trees after playing all day. But it looks like it changed a bit now, right? A lot of houses. As kids, we spent our summer splashing in the stream and catching frogs while our parents went out to hunt. Kits, that's the name of like little baby foxes. My sister would always catch the most. So she was a good frog catcher. And look here, the river's not quite the same anymore. Looks like there's a lot of development here. I wonder where she is now, he says as he's going through the play yard. And where's my big brother? We both love the water, and we'd have contests to see who could swim the fastest and the farthest. Oh, looks like he's lost, huh? My mother is a great hunter and taught me well. She's so fast and so quiet, the prey never hears her coming. So it looks like he was trying to catch a bird, but couldn't sneak up. I miss her advice. Oh, looks like he's picking out the garbage can. I miss my father too. He and I once came across a deer that had fallen into a hole in the woods. It was deep to climb down. The deer was trapped. Like me. Oh, so see, the little fox feels trapped right now. Like it looks like it wants to get to the other side, but it feels like it can't cross the dangerous highway. Let's see, it's looking around, looking for his family. I was separated from my family. Now my only company is these strange creatures. How do they stand on their hind legs for so long? Yeah, and let's see, they're doing some sort of construction, and future site of County Wildlife Preserve. Why are these creatures digging? I remember having to dig burrows with my family. It took a long time, so we would all take turns to make sure it was big enough for everyone. Let's see, future site of Highway Wildlife Underpass. This new burrow is empty. It's hard to believe. Did they build this for me? Could it be? Yeah, I think they did, right? Because that sign, it said Highway Wildlife Underpass. So this was something that the humans made so that little guys like this fox could get across safely. After all this time, I am home. They're mother and father, and sisters and brothers. The end. And this is something that we're actually doing in real life now. We're making little bridges around the world. This in the Netherlands. They made little bridges so animals could cross. And then this is in Canada, a wildlife tunnel, just like our fox went through. So it goes right under the road so that they are safe. Okay, so Faraway Fox. Really good book. I'm glad that my sister introduced it to me. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a really nice day. And again, like, please send me pictures of your projects. We would really love to see them. You can send them through the private message, or let's see. I could give you my email address here. My work email address. You could send them to here. I'll actually type it down and put them in the comments. Yeah, actually, I'll put it in the comments, but yeah, I'll do that because it's actually nearer than my handwriting with that marker. Okay. Okay. Please send photos of your piñatas. There we are. Okay. Well, everybody have a nice day. All right, I'll see you soon.